This is a restoration project I've been working for a few months now. This piece is made by Majestic Radio and Television Corporation. Model number 8JL771A, chassis 4810A. Now those of you who are familiar with this particular model will be looking at this and going, well, that looks nothing like a Majestic Radio and Television Corporation model number 8JL771A. And you're right, it doesn't look anything like the original. This was just basically a piece of trash that somebody had set out on the curbside, and I picked it up and decided to restore it. So here's how it looked originally. In its day, I'm sure this was a beautiful piece of furniture. This originally had a phonograph in its shelf just below the radio, but that was missing. Getting it back into its original condition, just way beyond my budget and way beyond my means. So I'm going to do what I can with the best pieces that are left here, which isn't much. Probably end up with making some sort of tabletop model and hope for the best. See how it goes. Here's a view of the chassis, kind of dirty, but looks, all the tubes are there. That's a good sign. Everything as far as electrically looks okay. This cabinet is really rough. Hopefully I can make something useful out of this. First thing I had to do is get the chassis working. Found a couple of bad capacitors. Had to change those, or condensers, depending on what language you speak. Once I got that done, got the first noise out of it. It's pretty exciting. I love the glow of that voltage regulator tube. That's an OC4. Well, I've got the cabinet completely torn down, sorted out all the good stuff. Here I've started laying out the face and kind of get an idea of how it's going to look. Pretty nice, I think. As bad as everything else was, the speaker was actually in good shape. Sounds good too. Now this chassis is pretty dirty. Before I start cleaning, I need to roll the condenser over so I don't do any damage. Here I've removed the faceplate, clean that up, get it reinstalled. That should clean up nicely. Here we got things cleaned up a little bit. Do another check, make sure everything's still working. There's always a chance you'll mess something up, but in this case, looks like it did okay. So I've got the front all finished here. Took one side that wasn't too roached and made the sides for it here and put the chassis in. Starting to come together. I'm using a Minwax polyurethane semi-gloss that I had laying around to coat the cabinet. Does a good job. Here's a chassis mounted in the case. I purchased a couple of pilot lights from the local electronic supply house. And those make the dial light up nice. Always do an electrical check after every major operation to make sure it's still alive. Seems to be pretty tough. So here we're complete. Pretty nice decoration for my man cave here. I used the drawer pull from the old phono drawer to embellish the top there. Polished up the faceplate, reinstalled it, put the plastic knobs back on. I'm happy with it. Probably not a whole lot of value here as an antique, but as a man cave decoration, I think it's pretty good.